Hello, I'm Alex Davies, founder of Wealth Club. Today I'm with Anthony Crosby Dawson of Gresham House to talk about investing in forestry. Hello, Anthony.
Good afternoon, Alex.
First, can you just tell me why should experienced investors consider investing in forestry?
There are many advantages of forestry as an asset class, ranging from its diversification benefits, so it's uncorrelated in the most part to mainstream equities and bonds. However, it's positively correlated to inflation, meaning that it provides an inflation hedge, and inflation is increasingly becoming a concern for investors. And then there is also the sustainability angle. So forestry, all of the forests that we manage on behalf of investors are independently certified as being 100% sustainable. It's delivered compelling returns over the medium and long term for investors, and the outlook is very positive in terms of the returns in the coming years.
It's also very tax efficient, isn't it?
It is indeed. There's 100% inheritance tax relief after a 2-year qualifying period. There is no income tax payable when cutting down and selling the trees, and there's no capital gains tax on the increase in value of the trees. There is capital gains tax on the increase in value of the underlying land, as there is with all land. However, at the time of maturity, when harvesting takes place, when the trees are about 40 years old, we can demonstrate that about 70% of the asset value on average is in the timber and therefore has been exempt from capital gains tax.
And who typically invests in forestry?
A wide range of investors, from high net worth individuals to family offices, and increasingly now institutions who are mainly driven towards the asset class by a desire to gain exposure to the sustainability angle.
And how can you invest in forestry?
2 routes. One, you could acquire a forest or a portfolio of forests outright, but to make that work from a cash flow perspective, you're looking at a capital outlay of circa £3 million plus up front. Or the alternative is to invest in a fund such as those managed by Gresham House, which are large-scale vehicles which own portfolios of forests geographically spread throughout the UK, and the minimum investment via a fund structure is typically about £100,000.
And how do investors actually make a return?
3 key drivers of returns. First, the increase in timber prices. Timber as a commodity is becoming more and more used in construction, as the best way to obtain a carbon neutral building is to use more timber and less carbon intensive steel and concrete. And that's actually becoming legislated in some countries. For example, in France, 50% of buildings now, new buildings that are government buildings, have to be timber framed. And so that's a trend that's been replicated globally. Also, of course, we're all using more packaging as things are delivered to home, so cardboard demand has rocketed. And then there's the replacement of coal and gas with biofuels, so the small part of the tree that's used in energy production.
Forestry's had a strong year, and over long term it's been a great investment. Can that continue?
That can continue on the basis that timber demand globally is continuing to increase, and so timber prices we expect to continue to rise in the medium and long term. That then has a compounding effect on the underlying land values.